good, bro? Okay. Hey guys, long time no see. I am so sorry for what I'm about to do, so please find it in your heart to forgive me. I haven't seen you all year.
Oh my god,
Oh,
brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I warned you guys about this. So if you're cringing right now, this is actually your fault. It's no secret by now, but I think you all already know about my crippling addiction to YouTube dating shows like The Button. But I think my addiction may be worse than I originally thought because these shows don't faze me anymore. I think I need something stronger, something with more stakes, something hornier. Hornier? What? Is that not what we're covering today? The horniest dating show on Netflix? Oh yeah, you're right. I need something hornier! Ah, Netflix. That site has been falling downhill for a while now. But them deciding to get rid of password sharing after tweeting this is gonna be the final nail in their coffin. And me personally, I will never forgive you guys for removing Full Metal Alchemist from your site, but keeping trash like The Office and Grey's Anatomy on there. That is absolutely irredeemable. So I will be first in line at your funeral smoking on that Netflix pack. But until then, I will continue to use this account that I 100% own because I am a law-abiding citizen. So, too hot to handle. To those of you who haven't seen it yet, I'd like to sincerely congratulate you for making it this far without having to witness this absolute dumpster fire. But it's a dating show where a bunch of horny motherfuckers get shoved together on an island and try not to fuck. And the winner gets $200,000. The official description of the show is, a group of determined singles visit paradise to meet, mingle, and remain celibate for their chance to win $100,000. But in reality, it's just a bunch of extremely attractive sex addicts left alone on the resort together. I don't know what they were cooking up with this concept, because that's like me putting a bunch of heroin addicts in a room filled with heroin and being surprised when they overdose. But I guess the whole point of this show was to beat those bad habits. So I guess I can say I somewhat understand. You probably already noticed that earlier on in the video, I said that the reward was $200,000, but in the official description, it said it was only $100,000. Only $100,000, oh. But the reason they had to up the price pool is because that measly $100,000 didn't make it to the end of the show in previous seasons. You heard me right. These guys burned through $100 grand in a couple weeks. You see, if you break a rule on this show, the price pool will get deducted a certain amount of money depending on the rule that was broken. So here's a list of all the rules and how much each rule break will cost you. Rule number 1, no kissing. And if you do, it'll cost you $3,000. $3 grand for a kiss. So you can probably see how the 100K got burned through so quickly. Rule number 2, no heavy petting. Heavy petting can include everything from manual sex, oral sex, and inappropriate touching. The price varies depending on the severity of the action, but it can range from 4K to 13K. Rule number 3, no sex. This is the biggest rule of them all, and the consequence for anyone who breaks this rule is a whopping $20,000. $20K for having sex? God damn! That has to be the most expensive 30 seconds of all time. And last but not least, rule number 4, no self-gratification of any kind. If you're caught in the act, it'll cost you $2,000. So that means no meat beating, no choking the chicken, and no shaking hands with the milkman. And for the ladies, that's no downstairs DJing, no drilling for oil, and no two-finger tangos. Now, if you're the average non-sexualated person who won't try and fuck anyone who's put in front of them, you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, this shit sounds easy as hell. And that's because it is. Unless you're one of these 10 individuals who need to be neutered.
You can feel it, go ahead.
Oh my god, shit, that is a bunda.
$200,000 for not having sex for a month? I've been doing this shit for free for 22 years, and you're telling me I can get paid? Hey, where do I sign up? And I already know you get no bitches, so this gonna be easy for you too. Yes, you, the person watching this. It'll be easy for your whole ass too, so come sign up with me. Enough chit chat though, let me introduce you guys to this season's cast of criminally horny individuals.
Even the bootylicious bombshells.
Now I'm the crowd shaker, I'm the game changer. I do it now, they all do it later. For all the haters, go get your cake up. No.
First up, we have Dominique and Brittany, or should I say NPC 1 and NPC 2, because they don't do fuck all this entire season.
I'm the sexiest nerd you're ever gonna meet.
I don't care.
People always ask me, is it hard working in a male-dominated industry? And I'm always like, no, because I'm extremely beautiful and I'm extremely smart, so the men are scared of me. Gotta tell myself that. If I say it out loud, it's true.
To me, Dominique is super pretty, so it surprised me to find out that she gets little to no action this entire season. Cause Lord knows, if I was in this show, you'd what? I would try and talk to her and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't, and neither do you. Look at her. Take a good look at yourself and look at her again. Your big four-headed, gap-toothed, ugly ass could never pull her in a million years. So don't you dare utter that nonsense again, you fucking virgin. God damn, bro, let a nigga dream. And you know you're speaking about yourself too, right? I know, but I'm not fucking delusional. Who pissed in your cereal this morning?
I'm Britain.
Wow.
Like the country, but spelled better.
We are the new generation.
Some people are addicted to Adderall. Some people are addicted to tobacco. I'm addicted to sex.
Ah yes, thank you for admitting you have an addiction, as if that's a good thing. And not just admitting, she's bragging about it. Addictions ruin lives, but to her, it's just a quirky personality trait. Some people are addicted to gambling, some are addicted to weed. Me, I'm addicted to black tar heroin.
The worst thing that has ever happened to me, I met this guy and he looked at me dead in the eye and was like, I'm going to make love to you. I almost vomited, like my legs shut so fast.
Telling someone you just met that you want to fuck them is not the compliment you think it is. That's not W-Riz, that's sexual harassment. So I'll see you in jail, bucko.
What do you think the guys are gonna be like?
Hot.
I think so too. So let's meet them.
Oh my gosh.
What's going on?
Cute.
I've got a great pair of budgie smugglers. It's actually got budgies on it and Australia over the bum.
So this is Creed or whatever.
I grew up in a beauty salon, but I learned how to spray tan a woman. Sometimes you get the women to like lift them up and you just quickly
This guy is also an NPC, and I'm only calling him an NPC because this guy's a fucking airhead. I genuinely believe he only has 2 brain cells in there just clacking rocks together, watching sparks fly in hopes of activating a neuron. And you might not believe me, but this guy pulls the most amount of bad bitches this entire season. He's the literal definition of a golden retriever boy because this man is brainless, but other girls still want to pet him. This man is a player masked in luscious golden hair that seems to negate all the fuckboy vibes that he radiates because he tries to get with so many different girls on this show. But then again, all the guys on here are fuckboys, so maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh.
No way.
Okay. Goddamn tremendous.
I'm only VIP. I'm only VIP.
That right there is Kayla, this season's most sought after girl. And if you're watching this, you have eyes. You can see why. My apologies to anyone who's watching this and doesn't have eyes. That was very ignorant and eye-phobic of me, so I'm sorry.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hello. Oh my God, she's an angel.
Is that your only tattoo? Or?
No, I have this one and then all the way down my spine.
No ways. That's hot.
Bro said, that's hot. L fucking Riz, bro. With that feminine ass laugh. It be a man. Laugh like a man, bro. Be like, oh, that's hot. Fellas, is it gay to laugh?
Yes, it is. Because what the fuck's so funny? We got houses to build, wars to fight in, so stop being a bitch.
The way to take the perfect selfie, I feel like, is tilt your head. This lighting is fantastic.
Please just step on me just once. I'm begging you.
Sometimes guys get a little bit obsessed with me. I'm just a flirt. Like, I don't know how to not flirt. People sometimes say I look like Mariah Carey.
Good God, she sounds like a banshee. Turn it on. But sir, she's hot. Oh, okay, let her finish then.
I cannot sing, it's really bad.
Oh, it's finally over. No! Jerry!
Guys think they're the only ones that are players, but I love to play the game. I break hearts, sadly.
Hey Kayla, you can break my heart anytime. Anyways, Kayla is the most beautiful girl on this show so far until a certain Latina shows up later on this season. One thing I've noticed about this show is that they'll try and pick the girl who they think the audience will find most attractive and try and have them go through the biggest character arc possible. This season, that's Kayla. She starts off the show by saying she's a player and a heartbreaker, but by the end of it, she's a lover girl. But next up, we have Nick and James. We have Nick and James. Fuck.
I wonder how these two hotties will feel about it.
How's it going? How are you? I'm James.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name? Nick?
What's your types?
I would say like I go for the stereotypical like tall, dark, and handsome.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Yes.
Let's go talk about it at that table.
He's going stolen.
I'm guessing James is the forward type.
As you can see, that boy James did not come here to play no games. He got right into it, and with the baddest bitch too. But do not let this facade fool you, because later on into the season, he turns into the resident cock watcher. The dick detective, if you will, because he starts doing patrol runs around the island to make sure no one's getting into any naughty business.
You look so sexy in everything you wear.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
What's up? I'm Nick, and I'm a model, an artist, I'm a yogi. I can't be summed up into one thing. There is no box that you could put me in. Except for this one.
At first glance when I saw Nick, my initial thoughts were, oh yeah, this guy's an NPC for show. Cause although he may look kinda good, this guy is literally a monk. He spends 70% of the show just meditating, and he's very spiritual. So there's no way in hell he gets any bitches. And I was right until he got with the most feral fucking girl I think I've ever seen in my life.
And look who else wants to play.
Oh my gosh, she is beautiful.
And speaking of the most feral girl to ever exist, there she is.
Amsterdam right she is. I wonder where she's gonna plant her two lips.
You could be my rival.
Does my lipstick look good?
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you. You sure I have to look at the camera and not you?
You genuinely believe she's rich by the amount of rules she breaks this season. She does not give a fuck about winning that prize money.
Mind the fireplace. That thing can actually get too hot to handle.
Ladies and gentlemen, this season's boy wonder and protagonist, Sebastian. Now, there's no actual protagonist, but once you watch the show, you'll find out why I said that.
I wasn't handsome back in the day. I was a right ugly kid. But that's why I'm so good at talking, because I had to have the chat, and now that I've had a glow up, I've still got the gift of the gab. That's when it gets dangerous.
I'm so sorry, but that accent is crazy. I feel like talking to him would just be like having a comedic interaction with a leprechaun. Remember earlier when I said the show picks the most attractive girl and gives him the biggest character arc? For the men, that's him. He's definitely not the best looking guy here by a long shot, but I think his character arc is more of like a rags to riches type of story, because he starts off getting friend zoned by every single girl to ending up with the most beautiful girl on the show.
Oh wow, look at her.
In case this music isn't giving you the vibe, our next hottie is from Britain.
That is Sophie, this season's female protagonist. She's not really a protagonist, she gets done so fucking dirty, but then she just starts being a bitch to everyone and she gets packed the fuck up.
When I was growing up, I had a pony called Poppy. So I am bloody brilliant with a riding crop. Boys, watch out.
She quite nearly does nothing this entire season except being a stepping stone for Creed on his way to collecting the baddie Infinity Stones.
I feel like I'm here to just like have fun.
We are on Wild Love.
Oh my god, I feel like someone is gonna come out of the sea. I feel like my Michael B. Jordan is somewhere out there.
She's waiting for Michael B. Jordan to come out that water, so she's gonna be mad as fuck when she finds out it's only Mr. Nimbus.
Is that Mr. Nimbus?
Wow. I think he's gonna be popular.
I'm a big dog.
And last but not least, we have Nigel, this season's antagonist. And he does kind of look like Michael B. Jordan if you squint really hard and tilt your head a little bit. Yeah, he does not look like him at all. But he is really attractive though. Like, for God's sake, he literally had the girls cheering when he pulled up. I know the other dudes was mad as fuck.
Forget A-list, he just made every girl here's D-list.
He actually looks like Michael B. Jordan.
Finally, my wild love family. What's up?
My dream girl. Me with a wig.
NANI?
9 to 5, I'm businessman Nigel. From 5 to 9, that's when you meet naughty Nigel. I think about sex every 5 seconds of the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, missionary. Oh my God, back shot. It's always just in my head.
Yeah, this guy might just be the biggest narcissist I've ever seen in my life. He is the physical embodiment of fuckboy energy, and he does not skip a beat when it comes to talking to multiple girls at once. And that's exactly what he does on this show. Creed does the exact same thing, but he does it a whole lot smarter. He stretches it out throughout the entire length of the show instead of doing what Nigel does, talking to every single fucking girl in the exact same day. In day number 1, this man Nigel is trying to get with every single girl. And because he's doing it right in front of them, all the girls collectively decide to stay away from him because he is a pathological liar. This man will lie there. He'll be like, oh no, I don't want her, I want you. The moment he turns around, he's on the girl he just said he didn't want. And once all the girls figure that out, they're like, yeah, we're good on you. You may look good, but it's not worth it. Except for my girl Dominique. She sees all the red flags, but I think her favorite color might be red because she does not give a fuck.
We're finally here.
Yes.
We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna get wild. Real wild. We're gonna have fun. The wild love, baby. Let's go.
By now you've probably noticed that they've mentioned a lot of this wild love thing, and not a single word of Too Hot to Handle has been uttered so far.
My wild love family, what's up? We are on wild love.
And we'll get to that in a second, but I know you've all been wondering, how did they manage to convince these 10 sex addicts to come to an island resort filled with extremely attractive people and not have sex? And that's because they didn't. They actually told the contestants that they'd be on a show called Wild Love, where they could party, have fun, and sleep with as much people as they want. And that's why they went. Now imagine if Ted Bundy was alive in this generation. Do you see how easy it is to get people outside of their house for sex? He would be putting up unforeseen numbers right now. His kill count would be in the tens of thousands, at least. But soon, they're about to find out that this island isn't the resort that they were promised. And in actuality, it's a hellhole. Well, for them at least, not for us, because I'm assuming we could survive this. Oh, they said you can't masturbate either, right? Oh yeah, this is fucking torture. They are in hell. 30 days without beating my meat? I think I'd actually explode, and not in the good way. But luckily for me, I'm not there. So let's go ahead and see their reaction to the news that's about to shatter their world.
An expert?
No way.
Or a cock-blocking cone who's about to tell you what show you are really on. My bad. I forgot Lana could levitate.
Bitch.
No! Peace out.
It's the fact that they're all acting like someone was just murdered in front of them, because there's no way you should have a reaction like this to finding out that you can't have sex for a month. It's not that big of a deal. But I guess everyone has their vices and sex just means that much to them.
Why?
Slow-mo screams, anyone?
And you can tell from the reaction that this is scripted, because I genuinely don't believe that anyone would react like this to finding out that all they can't do is not have sex. It's not that fucking deep. And I will continue to ignore the fact that that also includes masturbating, because I like to believe that I am better than them. The crazy part is the rules didn't set until now, so for the 8 or so hours they had back on the island alone, they could have technically done anything they wanted. And some of them did.
Let me get a little smooth. I got the girl everybody wanted.
But not a single soul got outright down and dirty because they all wanted to play the long game. Scope out the scene, find out who they like and who likes them. But look where that got you. Maybe the moral of the story is to fuck the first person that you see instantly. Because now you're all gonna end up with blue balls and blue vagina. What's the equivalent of blue balls to girls? Purple ovaries! Now you're all gonna end up with blue balls and purple ovaries!
I have allocated.
Alright, for some reason it will not let me show you guys this next clip. I tried everything to make it work. I tried trimming it super short so it wouldn't be copyrighted. Didn't work. I tried dubbing over the entire clip using my own voice to voice act all the characters in that clip. Did not work. I even tried deep frying the whole clip and it still got blocked. Not even like copyrighted, it got blocked. So I'm just gonna explain to you guys what happened. So that robot thing reveals to everyone that the prize pool is $200,000 and everyone starts cheering and celebrating. And then Seb starts making jokes saying, oh, it's $200,000. That's a lot of money. So, you know, we can spend some of that and it won't be that big of a deal. I'm gonna keep it real with you. If there was $200,000 on the line and someone said this to me, I would rip their dick right off their body and keep it in a jar until the end of the season because that is a life-changing amount of money that he's joking around with right now. Actually, wait, he's not joking. James should have ripped his dick out of his body because Seb goes on to spend the most amount of money this entire season. I won't tell you how much you can have the same reaction as I did when he was breaking rules left, right, and center, but you think his dad is Jeff fucking Bezos the way he's spending that prize money. Like he has to be a fucking multi-billionaire to not give a fuck about 200 grand. In any case, even though the show is super scripted and average at best, it's still extremely entertaining and I often find myself binge watching every single episode the moment it drops. The show is filled with attractive-ish people. They're more attractive than me and you, of course, but if you're gonna bring out the models, bring out the fucking models. Like when's Michael B. Jordan gonna be on this bitch? There are a ton of up and downs, a lot of money on the line, and I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of fun to see people break the rules. It's like watching a train wreck because yes, having sex and spending $20,000 is idiotic, but the fact that there's someone who's brain dead enough to actually do that is, yes, highly rage-inducing because that's $20,000. But it's also super engaging for the viewers and it's cool to see how the other contestants will react to finding out that two idiots depleted 10% of the prize pool for 30 seconds of fun. Anyways, you can also see from the ratings that this show isn't the best by any means, but I think that this is the perfect kind of bad show because it just draws you in and makes you forget about everything while you're trying to watch these horn dogs hold their dicks for as long as they can. Spoiler alert, it's not very long. Like literally, I'm pretty sure they start breaking the rules right after they find out about them. And I'm talking about episode 2 quick, because everything I showed you guys today was from episode 1. But at least you know that this show will be entertaining from start to finish. And as for me, I'm gonna go find Kayla's Instagram and see if she's still into guys who are tall, dark, and handsome. But you're short, burnt, and hideous though. Bro, what is your fucking problem?